We have friendship, achievement, acquisition, and generosity. So you could be experiencing, let's say, some sort of inheritance, promotion. You could have received something, been gifted something, inherited something, and this is wonderful. And I think that if you are cautious to not, let's say, be too greedy or hang on to things too tightly, um, it would work out a lot better for you. Like the focus should be on giving freely. I'm assuming that the people that you have selected to surround yourself with, your friends, your family, just your relationships in general, you have made good choices, and those people are people you can trust, people that can be counted on to have your back and want the best for you, and to not just sort of be like sycophants or opportunists, let's say. And so your achievements will benefit the whole, like the group, in some ways, of course. And not to say that you need to give away everything that you get, or, not everything has to be shared, of course not. But I think that if you are generous and you are giving in a way that has no expectations, in the sense of like it's not a tit for tat sort of situation. It's like you're giving with no strings attached, giving comfortably, obviously, like you give what you're able to give without thought of how this is going to necessarily come back to you or be reciprocated or whatever. And that will keep you in a good headspace. It'll keep you from being too tight fisted with your resources, with your possessions, because this is all temporary. The things you can't take with you. When you're dying, you're not going to think about your cool toys and your outfits or whatever. You're going to be thinking about your experiences and your relationships and the people that matter to you. And so achievement is very admirable and, you know, should be, something to be proud of for sure. But I would keep your focus and your energy on building your friendships, on sharing the wealth, so to speak, in a way that feels good to you, and, bolstering those relationships that you have. And that will kind of keep your focus where it ought to be. So, like, not just on the material goods, not just on the money, the hard resources, but rather on the bonds that you have, strengthening those roots and shoring up your relationships and your friendships, and professional or otherwise, like it's going to be very fruitful for you if you focus on those things.